So when it comes to being first a Christian person, which is a believer of Christ, and then also a Christian entrepreneur, there are so many ways that we really should be productive in our lives. And that is not even just in work, it's in the whole, because life is so precious to us. We should be productive in showing people who Christ is. And that means putting out quality work, being a quality friend, being a servant, all of these things that make up a good person. So over time, I have created my own schedule and really kind of honed in myself on what makes me the most productive. And so today I'm going to share with you a few of those tips, and maybe you can incorporate these into your schedule as well. So let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Adora, and this is Miss Adora TV, and we talk about all things faith, business, productivity, personal development, and most of all, we're just a community of loving people. So if this is the type of content that you watch, you're in the right place. And so today, I'm just going to share with you a few of my tips for productivity. And the first one is to spend some time, whether it's 30 minutes, 20 minutes minimum, and get quiet and ask God for guidance, okay? And this can look like a few different ways. I noticed that people do this in different ways. So for you, it may be having a devotional. I know that there's some really good devotionals. One of them I actually have is by Joyce Meyer. So she has a few different devotionals, but mine is like a 365-day devotional. So those are really good to help you get started, especially as a beginner. You might want to start with a devotional and then you kind of lead with prayer. And then also journaling. I know a lot of friends that I have do journal. So if you journal and write out your thoughts, then again, it kind of leads you back into prayer. And so during this quiet time where you're spending 20 minutes at least, up to 30, 40 minutes, you're asking God, what do you want me to fulfill in this day? What are the goals that I should be setting for this day? And that leads me to the second one, which is setting actionable goals that you can do. For instance, I had a lot of different clients closing out for the end of the year. And so some of the goals that I set was to make for sure that I reach out, that I ask for feedback, and then also that that they are getting the information that they need to get back started in January. And so I set 3 really actionable goals. So when you are in your quiet time and you are setting your goals, you want to think about, what are the ways that I can really approach this quickly and actionably. And I know this is going to be kind of contrary to being productive, but taking breaks is just so necessary when we're working. So you don't want to burn out or get exhausted from doing the things that you need to be doing. And so for me, taking breaks in between, resting in between, and then just enjoying life, going out for a walk, meeting a friend for lunch, taking like the real weekend off and just not thinking about work and stuff, it's just really helpful to do because it does help your body rest, your spirit, and then mentally also you're prepared to do and be more productive. So having those breaks in between is just so important to have as well. So even though it sounds like you're not being productive because you're resting, rest really does help us. In fact, there is a scripture that I want to go over about rest where God actually encourages us to take rest.
So if we look at Matthew 11:28 through 30, it says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Another one is in Psalms 4:8. It says, "In peace I will lie down and sleep." Jeremiah 31:25 says, "I will refresh the weary and satisfy the faint." And one of my favorites, and I think it's really relevant to this particular topic, is in Genesis 2:2 through 3. It describes how God is resting after 6 days of creating the earth. So even God takes time for rest. He created rest just for us so that we can rejuvenate and come back.
See, so we are required to take rest because our body and our mental health needs to have that rest. And then having a social life. So having community, being with other people makes you more productive. Since I do a lot of work at home, I noticed that you can easily just become a hermit, and then you start doing these tasks and you think you're doing a great job, but then sometimes you're not. And you don't realize that until you get out and you see another entrepreneur or you see another person and they're doing something similar to yours, except theirs looks way better. And you're like, okay, well, if she can do that or if he can do that, then maybe I can do better too. And so having other people to keep you accountable and to encourage you and to just be friends with you is so much better, because it'll keep you uplifted and it'll keep your spirit more motivated to do more. And I noticed that. So instead of always working home, now I get out the house and I'll go to a co-working space, or I'll go to the office, or I'll go to a library, or sometimes I'll just work in a coffee shop. It's a lot of noise in there, but it's a lot of good people that you get to meet in there. So having other people in a community around to just help you keep on through life, it helps you stay productive, and it's definitely helped me. So those are my Christian practices for how to stay productive and how to boost your productivity. They may sound simple to do, and I hope they are simple to do for you, but they are at the same time something that you probably have to work at. I know for me, with me being kind of a free spirit, I kind of just woke up and just did things. But now, since I've kind of set a schedule on what I want to do this day, what does God need me to do this day, and then what are my goals, and then getting out and building community with other people, it's helped me grow personally, because now I have a larger network. I have a larger group of people that I can depend on, and then I have more skills as well. So especially if there's something that you're learning or you're trying to train on, having the goals set for those type of things too really do help. So hope that was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.